Today's mathematics is wisdom, God, all being born to born. When you speak your wise words, showing and proving that you are God, you make that information born, meaning you make that information known. Okay, you bring it into existence. So I use my wisdom to show and prove that I am God, and I make that born to those that are around me. Peace to the gods and earth. All right, peace. We're back. You know what I mean? GODCAST, Lord Jamar.
Digga.
All right. So let's do a little recap.
Word.
Of a story that we touched on.
Yes.
Not too long ago that a lot of people didn't know about. I think you brought it up during Women's History Month.
It was one of my Did You Knows, and I'm so delighted.
Maybe that was your first Did You Know, yes?
Yes, it was.
Okay, well, holla at the people.
And I'm so delighted to report that this statue of renowned gynecologist Marion Sims has officially been taken down.
All right.
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
That's right. The Public Design Commission voted on Monday unanimously to have it relocated to Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery, where Sims
is buried at.
Where he's now buried, and good for him. So that statue out of here.
To me, it's like, why even relocate it? Like destroy it.
Just destroy it.
Why not destroy it?
Well, I guess because to the world, he's still considered the father of gynecology, you know.
Although, and he's also the father of inhumane treatment to black women.
It's like when things like this happen, it's almost like, okay, we still fuck with him, but we're going to move the statue to shut y'all up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a small victory, a symbolic victory. We'll take it.
It won't be just on the streets of NY every day.
Now, we had somebody send us an email almost trying to give us credit for the removal of the statue.
I'll take it. Like, we're good. Y'all good. We're not that good.
In all transparency, you know, the statue was being taken down already.
Yes.
You didn't know about the story. We might have been the first ones to bring the story to a lot of you.
But we didn't spearhead the campaign to get it taken down.
I doubt if they heard us talk about it. It was already on its way down. But the fact that it's come down.
Hey, you never know.
It's very timely. It does make us look good, not for nothing.
That's right. We're on top of our shit.
But yeah, you know, trust me, we'll take credit when credit is due. So anyway, some more shit going on. Starbucks had a little thing this week. Yes.
Yo, that was crazy.
So the two brothers were in there just chilling, waiting for a friend.
Having a meeting, like everybody does at Starbucks. Buy a cup of coffee, sit there for 8 hours, use the Wi-Fi.
The white people that just chill in Starbucks and use the Wi-Fi and have
all
business
day
meetings and might have had one cup of coffee
all day
and don't get accosted by the fucking staff. It's like you see it everywhere.
Did you
like
see
I've seen Starbucks with couches.
They released the 911 call. Did you hear the 911 call?
No.
Oh, of the actual manager calling the cops?
No. What's this bitch say?
She said, I need assistance. There are two men in here that won't buy anything and won't leave. So my question was, did she ask them to leave, or she just felt a way that they were even just sitting there? Like, I'm curious to know, did something take place even prior to her calling the cops, or were they just sitting there too long for her comfort?
Their presence
it's just their presence
is what took place.
No, because for her to say they won't buy anything and they won't leave, it's like, did you have a conversation with them and they refused to buy something, or you just felt a way about them just sitting there? Well, I guess by all accounts, they didn't have any interaction with anybody, and
I mean,
but it's crazy that she said that. Wait till you got to hear the call. It's crazy.
Sorry, how may I help you? Hi, I have two gentlemen at my cafe that are refusing to make a purchase or leave. I'm at the Starbucks at 18th and Spruce. All right, please, I'll be on as soon as possible. Thank you.
It's just But again, it's like, I mean, I've experienced shit like this since I was a child. As far as just the double standard where we as black people always say, well, if it was a white person, they would have did this. Like, that continues to be the case. If it was a white person, they would have just let the motherfuckers sit
Would have just
there.
paid
Like,
them dust.
paid them no
Hold up.
fucking mind.
Let me tell you what was even more amazing. What was even more amazing than these brothers getting escorted out in handcuffs? The white people that were in the background, like, what they do? What they do? Like, the way the courage that these white people have to buck up at the cops with no afterthought or nothing. Like, he was on the cop back. Like, I feel like the cop had to turn around and face him and say, like, yo, back up. Like, he was on his neck. Like, yo, what did they do? That's wrong. It's bias. I've been here the whole time. Like,
I just saw a video of
get him, white guy.
I saw a video just today of a white boy squaring up with the police and all of that, fighting them, fucking tripped them.
Was that the one with the taser? Was that where he was trying to taser the guy? Because I saw something like that too.
I just saw something today. And
the cop was backing up and running from him, right?
Well, they looked like they was getting ready to square up, and then fucking they started throwing blows, and then the regular white boy hit the police, and then he tripped the police, threw him down to the ground.
Amazing.
But then the other police got on the white boy, but nobody shot him. Everything was fine. He didn't die. You understand what I'm saying? If that would have been a black man, just putting his hands up like this probably would have got him shot.
Oh, what? You got in the gun. We saw something in your hand.
So,
but
what I'm saying
they
is,
touched on that. But see, that's what that scene in Get Out was. And shouts out to Jordan Peele for that, because remember the scene where they're on their way to the family house,
right,
and they get pulled over, and the cop asks the black guy, where's your ID? And his white girlfriend is the one driving. Like, what are you asking for his ID for? I'm the one driving. Like, that scene is in there to show that, like, that is really what happens in those instances. Like, they have no fear of clapping back at police.
Now, what I must say is, I don't know, I saw somebody else comment on this, and they were right. Like, the dudes, the fact that they didn't wild out, they're going to be good money.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If they would have wild out, what the fuck? That would have just been, more.
That would have reinforced.
Yeah. Like, well, why? This is why we kicking you out, because you acting like this. You acting like an unruly
they
nigga.
Sat there calm, quiet.
This is why they probably going to get some paper.
We're having a meeting.
Now you're going to get some paper.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to quietly.
But it was good that they did that, because it could have went, we know time and time again,
it could have
went south real fast. And they were ready. They were moving before they even decided they were going to take him out. They were already moving chairs and tables out the way. Did you peep that? Like, the whole time they were having the conversation,
because they probably thought it was going to get.
They were moving the chairs and the tables out the way, waiting for the backup to come. Like, it didn't take 5 of y'all. You had to move everything out the way. You had to give yourself space. They sitting there just.
And see,
we just waiting for a friend. Yo, bro, we'll probably be in jail by the time you get here. I don't know if you still caught in traffic. Like, they was just as chill as they wanted to be.
I'm the type of motherfucker that would have been like, why the fuck you ain't asking her what the fuck she buying? You understand?
I could only imagine.
Like, why you up here on me? You know what I mean? Like, and then they would have had me. One of these white people then.
It would have just went left.
He was very
rapper Lord Jamar.
Very combative. He was very belligerent to the woman. That's because the bitch tried to fucking tell me to fucking buy some shit and ask nobody else to buy no shit.
I can hear you getting
hauled. Motherfucker.
Could you just imagine him getting hauled away in the cop car? Now you just hear the voice getting faint as it pulls off. Cause the black man,
that motherfucking bitch,
the black man
is God. Praise to the God. Praise to the God. Oh man,
hold it down.
Well, I heard brother T.I. Okay, first of all, shout out to T.I. because it seems like recently he's been getting into a lot of like just political conscious shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see his episode? He's part of the Rapture series on Netflix. His whole episode is based on speaking with different, historical figures in the Black Power movement. Like, it's like, this is me as him as a rapper is actually like a small thing in comparison to just where he's at now mentally and just connecting with, the Black Power movement and just being black. Like, it's
T.I., we need you on the Godcast.
I would love to have him.
Jason Jeter, could you please get your man here on the Godcast, please? Yeah, shout out to T.I.
And it's dope to see the Trap King,
right. And it's all about, that's what I'm saying. He's using his influence.
That's
what are
right.
Looking like? He's using his influence in order to strive to make change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's like, yo, if you fuck with me, well, this is what I'm on. If you fuck with me, I'm not fucking with Starbucks. So make your choice. But I'm not fucking with them. If you want to be like me, don't fuck with Starbucks. If you don't care, then do what you want to do.
McDonald's coffee tastes better anyway.
I was just gonna say I fuck with Dunkin' Donuts.
I put that on Twitter. I was like, are we boycotting Starbucks or not?
I fuck with
personally,
Dunkin' Donuts.
That dollar coffee at McDonald's is the truth.
Listen, that fucking Starbucks is quite overpriced. I mean, it's overrated.
Even though they got a killer white chocolate mocha, fuck them too.
I used to fuck with the caramel macchiato, but
Coffee Bean, shouts out to Coffee Bean out west.
Y'all right now.
They're killing it anyway.
Oh, so anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about. So I'm supposed to be on a cleanse. Right? I'm supposed to be on a cleanse, but I've been a little reluctant to get it started. Now, shout out
all that fried food at Five Spot.
Shout out to the sister Herb Alchemist, who we actually might have as a guest up here.
That would be so dope.
Next week. She's like a fucking, a herb doctor, and she's a conscious sister, and a lot of people know her in the conscious community. Dope. And she's trying to, sit my ass down and get me to do this 7-day cleanse.
That's dope.
And we were supposed to do it last week.
I'll do it with you. Let's make it a pack. Let's do it together.
We should do that.
Team.
Okay, maybe we should.
Yay, team.
Yeah, let's, because I don't know. I just kind of needed that motivation. I need to mentally prepare, and I just feel like you always have some shit going on, and
it's like damn, such a Super Bowl party about to come up. The playoff party
is at the top of the week, and then if you miss that, you feel like. So listen, Herb Alchemist, I'm not fronting on you. Trust me, we're gonna do this cleanse.
Please bring some for me.
We'll pull Rah Digga into it. Well, what she has to do is she has to get on the phone with you and you do a little consultation with her.
Profile.
Or she just asks you little shit. How much water do you drink a day? And little habits and alcohol and all that type of shit. So,
that's dope. I'm definitely down. I suffer with fibroids.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was actually gonna be that was the motivation behind me wanting to do a cleanse, because I'm hearing things about cleanses and kind of countering some of the debilitating effects of fibroids, because I suffer badly from them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to educate myself.
A lot of black women plagued with fibroids. We'll talk about that one of these shows.
Absolutely.
I know there's a lot of sisters out there that's dealing with it too.
Well, this is why I wanted to bring a sister like Herb Alchemist up here, to just, because health is very important.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
That's right.
And we need to get into that preventative health time. We need to get into that preventative health instead of wait until some bad shit happens and then trying to catch up to that shit and mop up some shit. Let's just make sure we good so we don't get to that point.
That's right.
So that's what things like a cleanse and all that will aid. And we're at that age where we have to make sure that we're definitely focusing on,
That's That's right. I want to be
focusing on the
I want to be
temple.
nice and healthy enough to play with my grandbabies. My daughter ain't trying to have no kids no time soon. Though.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna be the age that grandparents normally,
Back in the days,
they were like 60s, right? That's when you became a grandparent once upon a time.
now they like
They in their
33.
30s. Yeah.
33 is a grandma.
I got a cousin who was a grandmother by like 33. They don't even want to be called grandma. Call G-ma. I'm Glam-ma. I'm Gigi.
And what's so crazy is grandma still might have a baby.
Psst, talk about it.
Now the baby, the grandma baby younger than
Your great aunt
the grandchild.
is the same age as you.
What? Like, there's so many ghetto configurations. Like, I don't even want to get into it because I got some shit
We
in my
gotta make
family.
a list.
Oh, I got some shit in my family. You don't even want to.
We're gonna make a list of hood shit gone wrong.
Hood shit gone wrong.
We should actually have a segment called Hood Shit Gone Wrong.
Listen, oh my goodness. I'm not even going to get into some of the hood shit.
Oh, wait, what'd you call? I think I like your term better. Hood configurations.
Different hood configurations.
The hood configuration segment
of families, god damn it.
If you got an aunt or uncle that's younger than you,
like babies, like you might
that's a
have
baby.
exactly.
You got
might have
an
an uncle that's a baby,
that's a fucking infant,
and you 22. Something wrong out this motherfucker. Something is wrong.
You have succumbed to the hood, to the different
hood configuration. Welcome to the hood configuration.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna make a list of hood figuration commandments.
So real quick, I wanted to do a did you know, right?
Okay.
Since we just passed 420 just passed, right? Now 420 has become like the official like weed smokers holiday, right? Supposedly it started a couple of kids out in California would get up every day after school at 4:20 and they'd get high, and this became like 4:20, I guess, became a code amongst them for getting high. And later on, when certain weed shit came, certain weed festivals, that time 4:20 turned into the date 4:20, and people now start celebrating 4:20 as some weed celebration.
Now it's just a holiday-ass holiday.
Right. But did you know that 4:20 is also Adolf Hitler's birthday?
Really?
Wow,
I didn't even know that.
4:20 is Adolf Hitler's birthday. Now, for those of us that are aware of certain occult practices and how they like to garner energy unbeknownst to the people, you see, they'll have you celebrate some shit and like use that energy for their negative fucking rituals. So this energy is in the air. You're celebrating some shit, whether it's Christmas or Halloween or whatever the fuck the holiday may be. They'll use that energy for their fucking sick little rituals
For their
they're
fucking
doing.
fuck.
For their fuck.
For their fucked up fuckery fuck.
Basically. So what I'm saying is, they have you out here thinking that you celebrating some weed holiday when really that energy, they're using it to focus around motherfucking Adolf Hitler.
We're celebrating Hitler's birthday in real life.
We're celebrating.
We are putting one in the air for
Unbeknownst
Hitler.
to many of us, we are putting one in the air for Adolf motherfucking Hitler. Okay? Who many of us agree was a very wicked man. I'm sure there's plenty of Jewish people out here on 420 lighting one up.
Wow.
So y'all motherfuckers.
No, but you know what? They probably know what time it is.
Do they? Like some of them. You see what I'm saying? There's I feel like there's 5%ers, 10%,
Maybe the young ones,
and 85%ers in all different facets of life. You see, though, there's those that know and is trying to put people on to some shit. Then there's those that know, but they don't want to put you on because it's to their benefit to not let you know. And there's those that have no clue. And I feel like that's within shit. You have within Christians, Jews,
I just
Muslims.
feel like the Jewish community are refusing to let anybody forget the Holocaust and the atrocities that happened to them. Like I feel like we probably get more complacent as far as being forgiven and kind of like letting things slide. I feel like
for them, it's like never forget. For black people, it's like get over that shit, nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, 9/11, never forget. Black people, listen, slavery was been over. How much are you gonna fucking keep talking about that?
Right.
Like,
that's what I mean. I don't mean us complacent. I mean, I just feel like with,
Well, we can have a whole show that goes into the fact that, when you talk about physics and you talk about force and mass and all of that type of shit, like, how do you stop the force of something in physics? Do you know the equation? I believe it's something like something of an equal or opposite force, right? Mm-hmm. Must oppose the momentum of the force in order for that to stop, right? So
I'm a physics major having a total brain fart right now, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
So the force of racism and white insanity, and I refuse to call
that is actually inertia.
There you go, inertia.
I'm like, yeah, it was coming to me.
So the inertia of white insanity, and it is not white supremacy because they're not supreme. The inertia of white insanity, what has ever came to stop it? Like, what has been the force, the equal or greater force, to come against white insanity to stop it from perpetually going? The answer is nothing.
I'm like,
That's why it continues to go. That's why it continues to move right on ahead, because it has inertia. And until we come with something of equal or stronger force to oppose it, it'll never stop. And on that note, I think we've come to another.
I'm like, wow, anybody on IG? Anybody?
Nah, we're not even gonna do that today. Next week we'll get back online. We'll hit you with a book recommendation,
and we got to talk about some music. We definitely
listen. We might even have to play some music. We might even have to fucking.
We're gonna.
Okay. You got some bars?
Hey, bro.
You got some bars?
I do what I do.
I got some bars. You got some bars?
I got bars. You got bars?
I got bars.
Are we battling?
I mean,
challenge.
Battling, but
I'm like, hey, we battling. What
I don't know.
doing?
We battling,
what are
but
we
we
talking
can,
about
we
here?
Can, we could do a duet.
Okay.
Let's do a duet.
He's scared, y'all. They don't want to smoke.
Oh shit! You know what? We might have to.
Rah Digga calls Lord Jamar out
we
part
might have,
2.
Oh shit! Yo, man, always a fucking pleasure.
Pleasure's mine, man.
Hey, until next week, for the YANADAMEEN GODCAST, I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Rah Digga.
Peace. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodcheat.com. Get yours today.